Hi, welcome to Sync, the bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry for April 11th through the 14th. As always, the bar on the bottom of your screen will fill as each story progresses, so feel free to skip around. All the timestamps along with the sources are in the description, and my name is MikeyDood. Let's get started. Resident Evil 4 Remake Greenlit. It has been a month of non-stop Resident Evil news, and today we're happy to continue that by telling you a remake of Resident Evil 4 has been fully greenlit and is now in production at M2, the studio founded by ex-Platinum Games head Tetsuya Minami. The studio's credentials already include work on the remake of Resident Evil 3. Apparently, they have been preparing for this new project since 2018, and it even has the blessings of Shinji Mikami, the original director of Resident Evil 4. Warner Bros. Games canceled E3 show plans revealed. This story slipped by us previously, but it's big enough to go back to. Kotaku's Jason Schreier has received word of a planned E3 show from Warner Bros. Games, the first of its kind for the studio. Apparently, many of their highly anticipated titles were due to make an appearance there, including their Harry Potter game, a new Batman title, and the new title in development from Rocksteady. It is yet to be seen how these titles will be officially announced, but perhaps Warner Bros. Will bring these announcements to players in a more direct fashion. PlayStation reveals top March games. Sony has revealed the statistics for top downloads on the PlayStation Store for the month of March, and there's a bunch of interesting tidbits in here. Firstly, Call of Duty Warzone is a top downloaded free-to-play game right now, ahead of even Fortnite. Call of Duty also had a great month with paid downloads, with Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered coming in at spots 1 and 5 respectively. Interestingly enough, Dreams features nowhere on this list. Sad to see for the much anticipated new game from Media Molecule. Fortnite x Quibi. A new mode appeared in Fortnite over this weekend entitled Now Playing, and it was a partnership with new streaming service Quibi, in which the game will host a premiere for one of the platform's new show, a reboot of MTV's Punk'd, but now with Chance the Rapper hosting instead of Ashton Kutcher. Players were able to catch this event at Risky Reels within the Now Playing lobby mode, playing every hour on the hour from 5 p.m. Friday, April 10th to 5 p.m. on Saturday, April 11th. Animal Crossing unofficially banned in China. This week, Chinese fans of Animal Crossing found themselves barred from purchasing the game on sites like Taobao, a website similar to eBay. No comments were made by the government over its removal. It is speculated that users within the mainland were using the custom design editor to share information deemed dangerous by the authoritarian regime. Switch owners can still import the game, but can no longer purchase it easily. Animal Crossing New Horizons future DLCs leak. The second Animal Crossing story this week focuses on some hints and data mined information proving that a few familiar faces are coming back. Animals all across these new islands are talking about old favorites Brewster, the museum coffee shop owner, and Red, the shady marketeer. These data mined files show off the coffee shop and paintings being added to the museum somewhere in the future. Nintendo did promise free updates for the title, so we will have to wait and see what comes in at the end of the month. Amazon delays New World MMO. Amazon Game Studios' upcoming MMO New World has been delayed to August due to the team working from home around the COVID-19 pandemic. Game director Scott Lane took to the game's YouTube page to reveal this news in an update video, along with the news that the game's beta will be pushed back to July. Hopefully the game can make its new launch dates. Halo co-director reveals Disintegration single-player mode. After a slick closed beta back in February, information surrounding Disintegration's single-player campaign came out following an interview with Video Games Chronicle. Led by Halo lead art director Marcus Leto, this title's root and core lies in the single-player, not the multiplayer tested before. The gameplay is built around controlling a grav cycle and a small group of troops taking up the resistance in this futuristic conflict. VGC also released a first look at the single-player campaign, and that will be linked below. No word yet on release, but late in 2020 is likely. Valorant anti-cheat runs suspiciously. As a wildly successful closed beta continued on for Valorant, a few people took notice with the anti-cheat employed by Riot. This service, dubbed Vanguard, would install itself and require a reboot to continue with the installation. This raised a few eyebrows as most anti-cheat engines do not run at boot and instead wait for the game to start up. A Riot employee clarified on Reddit with a statement that yes, we run a driver at system startup, it doesn't scan anything unless the game is running. It's designed to take up as few system resources as possible, and it doesn't communicate to our servers. You can remove it at any time. Good on Riot for the quick and concise response to the community concern. Nintendo cautions users from cleaning Joy-Cons with alcohol. Kotaku has provided translations of Nintendo's Japanese customer support Twitter, which has issued a statement regarding disinfecting your Switch in our current troubled times. Nintendo doesn't recommend using either alcohol-based disinfectants or non-alcoholic disinfecting sheets to sanitize one's Switch and Joy-Cons due to the fact that these can induce wear and the coloring of the console. The official recommendation is to use a soft, dry cloth, which we do not need Dr. Fossey to tell us will not disinfect anything. Take caution with your Switch during these troubled times. Aurora 4X Rewrite and 1.0 launch. Aurora 4X is a niche grand strategy game built by one man and released for free through the Aurora forums. This Easter brought longtime fans the fully rewritten C# version that promises a higher level of responsiveness and should help players in with a slight GUI tweak that darkens all of the menus. It was originally written in Visual Basic, which caused most of those issues. It's a testament to one man's work and is truly a sight to behold. Japanese rating board CERO announces temporary closure. The Japanese games rating board CERO announced this week that their Tokyo office will be closed for the next month following the declared national emergency by Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Any game that has not received a rating by the 10th of April will inevitably be delayed until the office is reopened. This will most likely impact titles that are about 6 months to a year out. Upcoming titles like Xenoblade Definitive Edition have already received a rating and shouldn't have any delays. New patent filed for Steam controller follow-up. After discontinuing its own Steam controller this past fall, a patent filing from Valve shows a sequel is in their sights. This updated design seems to take design hints from the Xbox Elite controller, swappable joysticks, and D-pads included. The removable back panel would also be used for more than a battery cover. The original controllers were seen as an oddity by most of the community, but one of our writers swears by them. He owns 3. Possibly leaked Panzer Dragoon Saga Revival. 4chan has gotten an interesting leak concerning a remaster of Panzer Dragoon Saga for the Sega Saturn, seemingly entitled Azel Resurrection. The poster says his friends at Sega provided him with some info, namely that the game will have a redone camera and gameplay controls along with UI improvements. The game will also have a tremendously improved combat system that will stick to the original style with more free movements around enemies and new fighting mechanics. Apparently, no release date has been decided. We will continue to monitor this story as it develops, as the leaker also dropped in 3 pieces of key art with his story. PSVita not dead, getting full speed N64 emulation. The PS Vita might have been overlooked during its life, but not after its end-of-life announcement from Sony. The homebrew company around the Vita has taken off, and one of the largest milestones is now reached. Rini Gedamente, one of the top developers of Vita Homebrew, posted a video demoing Super Mario 64 at the title screen. Less than 24 hours later, the game was running at full speed without any glaring issues. This port of dataless X64 will make its way to the public soon, and this work also benefits 3DS owners who will soon see these fixes make their way over. Ghost of Tsushima details revealed. Ghost of Tsushima was the focus of a feature in the official PlayStation magazine for May 2020, and right off the bat, Sucker Punch reinforced the June release date for the game even amidst the COVID-19 crisis. Secondly, they talked about gameplay, explaining how the game will not use waypoints, instead having players learn landmarks. Along with this, they talked about the capabilities of the protagonist Jin, including a grapple hook, fire arrows, and sticky bombs. The story and its various factions were also discussed. All in all, a great look at the upcoming game. Japan funds companies to shift production out of China. Japan has set aside $2.2 billion, or roughly 220 billion yen, in order to try and get the companies to shift their productions back to Japan from China amidst the COVID-19 crisis. Though not directly connected to gaming, this could have interesting implications for the manufacture of the next-gen consoles, PC parts, and VR headsets we all crave so much. It remains to be seen how China will respond. Cannibal Holocaust is getting a video game sequel. Old school horror fans got an interesting bit of news as the controversial movie Cannibal Holocaust is getting a sequel through Italian developer Fantastico Studios. In conjunction with the original director and the original artist, this interactive narrative will take players through the world built in this more niche franchise. As a warning to those who haven't seen it, the movie predicts real-life animal violence and is still banned in countries across the globe for its gratuitous depiction of said violence. This interactive project takes the name of Cannibal and is something nobody expected during the film's 40th anniversary. Alright everyone, that's Sync for the 11th through the 14th. If you haven't subscribed yet but you'd like to, you know where that button is. Lastly, let us know what you've been playing down in the comments, and once again, thank you for watching and we'll see you next week here at Sync.